Hope Logan's silence about her son Douglas Forrester during Liam Spencer's cancer ordeal has become a talking point for fans. Even though she is going through a very emotional time, she has not once voiced concern about how her child might react to the situation or even mentioned him in passing. This feels unusual because a mother in her position would normally think about how to explain such a crisis to her child or worry about him if things turned worse. The reason for this absence lies partly in how soaps like The Bold and The Beautiful handle children in storylines. When kids are not directly in Los Angeles or tied to a current arc, they are often treated as though they don't exist. Douglas has been living in Paris with his father Thomas Forrester and Paris Buckingham, so he is physically off-screen. That distance has made it easy for the writers to leave him out, but for many viewers, it doesn't make sense that Hope wouldn't at least reference him in conversation during such a heavy storyline. It also ties into Hope's complicated history as Douglas' mother. Legally, she once had strong parental rights, but the Forrester family never fully respected her position. When Thomas took Douglas to Paris, nobody fought very hard to stop him, and it felt like Hope was cut out of Douglas' life against her will. Over time, the show has quietly shifted Douglas more toward Thomas and Paris' orbit, which may be why Paris is now seen as a mother figure to him. This change has left Hope sidelined in her son's life, even if she hasn't openly acknowledged it on screen. Fans online have been frustrated by this. Some suggest that something must have happened behind the scenes, like Hope informally giving up her maternal rights, since she hasn't seen Douglas in nearly a year. Others take a lighter view, pointing out that on this show, children essentially vanish when they leave Los Angeles. The moment they return, they suddenly matter again. It has happened with RJ, Will, Jack, and many Forresters who disappear from storylines until the writers decide to bring them back. Douglas, by that logic, will become relevant again once he returns to town and re-enters the core family drama. The lack of mention, however, highlights a deeper issue. Hope has been written in a way that undercuts her identity as Douglas' mother. By ignoring him during Liam's supposed illness, the writers make it seem as though she is detached, which doesn't fit her earlier characterization as someone who fought fiercely for that child. For some viewers, this creates a sense of inconsistency and makes them wonder if a future storyline might bring Douglas back with new tension between Hope, Thomas, and Paris. In the end, the explanation is both practical and narrative-driven. Practically, the child is off-screen, and the show has chosen not to reference him. Narratively, it underscores how much Hope has been pushed out of her son's world, whether by Thomas's choices or by the way the storylines are being written.